Welcome back to Factorio. Alright, we don't have a lot of time. I've got 520 eggs that are all going to hatch within 23 minutes or so. So I've got, oh really? You know, screw you guys. What is this? I just fixed these. Alright, so what am I going to do to get this going? I've got to make a biolab. First, let's pause the game for just a moment and explore this technology tree. We got biter egg harvesting, which I've just unlocked. So now I can't do this one until I go to Aquilo, but or this one. I'm not sure why this one's locked. This one requires all the science. Is this where you can actually craft a captive biter spawner that can produce eggs, as opposed to finding one in the wild and having to build your harvesting site around that location? Maybe that's the whole point of that. Biolab is obviously the one I'm working on right now. And that's the one I'm rushing to because that will allow me to use the biter eggs to make biolabs. It takes 10. So I need a bunch of capture bot rockets. I have those. I need labs, refined concrete, and uranium-235. I have all of this stuff. So I can prepare ahead of time for this technology. As for productivity modules, those also require biter eggs. But it might be asking a lot to get this technology ready in time to actually use those. I can prepare for it. We'll see what happens, but I need a place to dispose of the biter eggs in the event that that they end up hatching, because they will ravage the base if they hatch in my base. Because biters are not like pentapods, where pentapods pretty much ignore everything except you and pollen producers. Biters will attack all your stuff. And if each egg produces a large biter, which is what it looks like they do, then 500, if they all hatched, 520 large biters would be enough to gut my base in this area. In fact, I have nothing to combat it. Well, I have my Spidertron with 5,000 rockets. I suppose I could use that, but I'd rather they not hatch, to be honest. So I'm gonna queue up this one right behind that one, and I'm going to have to make a heating tower. So I've got a little bit of time to prepare for the ingredients for biolabs and maybe the ingredients for productivity 3s. But mostly I have to absolutely make sure the heating tower is ready to dump those eggs into. All right, well, here it goes. All right, let's collect the ingredients. Uranium-235, refined concrete, labs, capture bot rockets. All right, I'm not making labs, so I need to make labs. All right, well, that's looking good. And what was the other thing I wanted to make? I wanted to make a heating tower. That's right. Oh dear. All right, let's just set this up. All right, we got a heating tower. We'll put that right. We'll put that right here. And this will eat up the eggs. I should get rid of one. Well, no, hang on. I got a number that divides it by 10, so I do plan on trying to use them all. I have 20 minutes. I have 20 minutes. That's when the earliest one hatches. But this is ready in case I fail. All right, let's go up here and do the productivity modules. I can't prepare for it. Damn it. All right, so the ingredient is red chips, blue chips, productivity 2s, and biter eggs. I have to remember that they are here. If they do come. Well, actually, you know what? Let me manually place those. Looks like we're going to get this biolab technology any second now, so that's good. I'll put 100. Right, I've got 100 biter eggs in here. Now, productivity module 3 is researching. That's good. Now we want to make biolabs, so that's this. And they are making, so let's speed it up. Or, actually, let's put quality modules into it. Maybe, is there any reason to go for quality? Research speed. Oh, wow. So the research speed goes quite a ways up with better quality. That's always nice. Yeah, nice. All right, looking at the rate of this, I'd say we're in the clear, probably. I'm not sure why there's 48. Right. Hang on. Yeah, and these are stable. They do not spoil, and I can place them and pick them back up again. So that's nice. I think we're in the clear. In fact, I'm so confident we're in the clear that I'm going to grab another 100 and I'm going to put these up here, do those productivity module 3s, which we can now research. Hang on, no. No, that's taking the biter, fucking taking them away. Crafting with productivity. Productivity module 3s. All right, I'm going to bring those 100 back. We don't want those hatching. Okay, good. I have them all. All right. Once I'm done with these biter eggs, I'm going to turn science off on Gleba. Winter just ran out of ammunition. Oh, the rockets. Wow, that didn't take long. And look at the damage over here. That's insane. All right, I got an idea. Okay, let's queue up some more science. Plastic bar productivity might be nice. Stronger explosive 7 for 1,000. That's not bad. Refined flammables 7. What does that do? That's flamethrower turret. I'm not actually using this, is the thing. I don't really use flame weapons. I mean, I could, but I don't. Oh, you know what? Overgrowth soil. Yes, please. Let's put that next, actually. I think that, yeah, that's the last of the new sciences that I can research right now without going to Aquilo. Everything else is an infinite science. Good. All right, what's the hold up here? Capture bot rockets. Are you kidding? No. All right, I don't have any more capture bot rockets because I'm out of frickin' bioflux. All right, I've used up all the bioflux. So what I've got to do, here's what I've got to do. I have to take the biter eggs, take all the biter eggs, make sure that there's none left. Yep, it's all gone. And I'm going to put them in the productivity module thingy up here. All right, so I've got 13 minutes to use up 318. Can I do it? Each recipe calls for 1 biter egg, really? All right, well, guess what? We're going to have to forget about quality, I think, and go for speed. I might have to set up a second one. Might have to set up a third one. These are very slow to build. Even with 5 speed module 3s. Oh, do I not have enough productivity module 2s? This is making them as fast as it can. Faster, faster, faster. These are going as quick as they can. Except they're not. Why? Because frickin' quality red chips on the line. Yeah, they're going as fast as they can. You know what I can do here? Alright, so I've got... Hang on. Oh dear. Okay, this is alarming. Okay, I think I've got all the biter eggs. But the problem is... we don't actually have enough... What is the problem? Yeah, we don't have any module 2s. And the reason for that is because we don't have any red chips. Are we really out of red chips? No. Oh, come on, where are you? Alright, let's keep going. Alright, I've got 8 minutes and then they hatch. I don't think I can do this. Let me grab this Spidertron real quick, because I've got some lasers on this in case I miss some eggs. And we're going to want to snipe those. We're going to set him up to auto-target. Well, okay, that doesn't matter, because he's got the... It's personal laser defense, and they do auto-target. But yeah, I've only got, 7 minutes. Oh, wow. Hang on. I got way too many biter eggs. Oh, overgrowth soil is done. Nice. Alright, here we are, 3.5 minutes left. I'm making module 2s as fast as I can. Alright, let's get rid of some of these eggs. Alright, well they are going rather quickly, so that's nice. Oh wow. Alright, it's time to pull out. Time to pull out. I got 1 minute, and then they all hatch. And this is burning them up as fast as it can. there's only 28 seconds left. That's cutting it close. And we got them all. We got them all. Nice. All right, with that crisis over, we can focus on more important things. First, let's see how many we actually got. So we got these, and these. That's not bad. That's 140. It's 142 with 3 uncommon ones. And the uncommon ones will give you a productivity of plus 13% each, whereas there's plus 10% for the other ones. So these are quite valuable. We'll set up a buffer chest like the others for these. So I'm going to take the productivity module 2s off of my module list and replace them with productivity module 3s. And now it's time to go down and have a look at this. So I've repaired the fence. I think we're gonna put, can I transfer like that? Can I not transfer out of the Spidertron's inventory? Oh, it looks like it did. Sort of. Yeah, the bots are kind of doing it slowly. Oh wow. Alright, let's do some eradication. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Wow. And I'm telling you, the rate of fire, it's insane. Okay, yeah, we don't need... Here, let's put this over here. And it's time to shut down the science on Gleba because we don't need these for sure. Alright, so the best way to science shut down is to we'll rotate these inserters so that the eggs stop auto-replenishing. We're going to remove this and replace it with a segment of belt that goes that way. And then I think that's it. Alright, those eggs are gone. Oh, we got a little bit left here. Oh boy. We don't have enough bioflux to get rid of these eggs. And I'm going to have to put that back in. Actually, wait. I got an idea. Yeah, it's like diverting. Okay. No, it's not. What are you waiting for? This doesn't have... What doesn't it have? Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I just have to move the egg out. There it is. Alright, so now that egg is gone. Oh, one more. You gotta just double check everything. You don't want these things hatching. All right. So eggs gone, eggs gone, eggs gone, eggs gone. Great. Well, that's stable. Later on, we're going to want to resume sending bioflux to Novice, and that would be pretty easy, actually, because I just turn this on. Oh, and there's also the remaining science to deal with. There's 162 on this. Well, I can just let that spoil. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Oh, wow, there's still quite a bit of bioscience in the... should I call it gleba science? There's a bunch of gleba science in here. I call it volcanoscience, fulgora science, gleba science. Sure, why not? So I've got 1,500 gleba science. I'm just gonna wait for that to go through. Although, you know, technically, how long has it got till it spoils? 35 minutes. All right. Tell you what. Why don't we pause all research for a moment and think about a better way of doing this? Because we've now got these guys. Research speed 2 + 5. What does that mean? Research speed 2.8. But the research productivity is the real winner here, because it's science pack drain 50%. Right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab these. They only stack to 5, which is kind of weird. Oh, they're huge. They're really, really big. Really? Let's see if I can drain all the science down. Man, there's so much. All right. I'm going to have to do it. Yeah, let's pick these up. Wow. All right. Man. All right. Well, it's kind of a mad rush, but I think it's working. Look at these crazy things. This is insane. These are labs. These are research labs. Biolab. So this is the word that I kept using for biochambers earlier in the game, and now I've actually got an item called Biolab. How about that? They're going pretty quick too, and because they've got 50% science pack drain, 50%, which means my science is going twice as far as in the old labs. That's significant. Oh wait. We're missing some power in these inserters. Whoops. Well, we might as well queue up the next thing. Let's see. What's the plastic bar productivity? Stronger explosives. These stronger explosives would make my Spidertrons, because they're rocket based, right? It would make them able to use less ammo to do the job. So I'm tempted to put that one first after this one. Now, here's something interesting. If I go to my production chart and I look at research, for the longest time, my cap has been, 184 science per minute. That's just the most I could do. But now, I'm going like 400 science per minute. This is insane. And it's twice as efficient. I love that so much. Looks like I am out of Liba science. Yep, that's it. 70% done with this tech, and now it's time to clean up this mess and redesign the lab. There. That's nice. It's not the cool disco lights that I used to have, but function over form, I guess. They're not very pretty, but they're very, very nice. All right. All right. I think things are more or less stable at the moment. It's been a trip the last couple episodes, hasn't it? Let's see what the next goal is. I think one of the things we're going to want to do as soon as possible is to equip the Spidertrons on the other planets. Now, I did learn that you actually can deploy. What's this? Hang on. Green ship's dead. Why is the green ship's dead? It's trying to call a train. This is stuck at 28,000. It wants 32 before it will call a train. It's not getting copper. And the reason it's not getting copper is because, unbelievably, the quality stuff is backed up again. Only this time, it's because these are 100% full. Really? Really? That is insane. What can I do about this? Alright. I think the next adventure for us is going to be some serious upcycling into quality. Let us go down here. And we need to, well, for starters, easy solution will be to do this. That'll get it moving again. But wow, I mean, we've got a fair number of epics here. Let's try this. Really? Epic. I have epic copper plates. Like, a lot of them. What's going on down here? You know, I've got a fair number of epic iron plates as well. Look at that. Ooh. You know, what can I make with these? What can I make with these? With iron and copper in epic quality. Oh wow, looks like this is jammed with epic gears because I wasn't filtering for those. All right, well let's filter for those then. Yeah, so that's why that was stopped. It's a miracle it didn't back up onto the iron line. Although we are calling a train, but there's no train coming. Yeah, I need to. Here's what I need to do. I think to understand quality. At this point, I have to decide what the goals are. What do we want to build in high quality? And I have to set up a manufacturing area for those things. That's probably going to be a little bit of off-camera research. Because I've got a lot of quality stuff now, and it's looking like I might be able to make some things with it. I'm gonna do a little digging and find out what goals to have. Oh yeah, what I was in the middle of before that went off was I was going to show you that. Where's my Spidertron? I dropped a Spidertron down here, didn't I? Like, here's the Spidertron. So I was struggling to find a way to move the Spidertron into the world, but the way that you do it is you just you pick it in the menu here as if you want to build something, like as if you're building anything with remote view, and it makes a ghost. And you just place the ghost, and I love the fact that the animation automatically adjusts for where, the legs, depending on what I'm going to put it on. So yeah, you just put it down, and the bots will deploy it for you. And then at that point, you can just drive it remotely. I'm on Fulgora. It's pretty cool. Of course, he doesn't have anything in his grid, so that's a little bit of an issue. But yeah, it works. Let's do the one on Gleba. That one's in uncommon Spidertron, so we'll put him down here. And the one on Volcanus. Did I even drop the one for Volcanus? I'm pretty sure I did. Here, let's find out. Oh, it was over here. Oh, weird. All right, well, this is really nice because on Volcanus, I've got some stuff that's kind of out of my construction bot range. So I have to figure out how to get modules. I have to figure out like here. Well, let's set up a module that would go in here. What would we put in there? We'd put... Oh, here we go. Personal batteries. So, yeah, this is a good example because I can do this in Fulgora easy. So we'll make personal batteries, and then we'll make another one here that makes the Mark IIs. And that's loading right up. And then we'll make another one that makes the Mark IIIs. And I've got plenty of supercapacitors right here in Fulgora, of course, since this is where I make them. Probably should put some speed modules in here. Do I have speed modules in the network, though? Let's try something. Oh, I can't see the whole thing. Whoops. So, I need a combinator. Let's put a combinator down. Any kind of combinator, please. Yeah, here we go. Signal to you, and then now I can actually see it. So, what do I've got? I've got, it doesn't look like I have any, oh, I have speed module 1s, oh boy. No, here's some 2s. Okay, let's put some 2s in here. There we go. So I need 5 personal battery Mark IIs to make a Mark III. So it's going to be a little bit before I can do that, but I should be able to... here, I'm thinking what I need to do is go into here and then say, like personal battery Mark I. Can I just place it there and the bots will put it in for me? See, it doesn't actually look like they will. Is it because there's... Well, there are construction bots, right? It would take a construction bot. Do I have construction bots? Yeah, I got 47. Yeah, there's a whole bunch right here. So what's the... What is going on? Wow. Enterprise is in orbit, asking for blue chips. So how do you place... Alright, so maybe I just have to wait until it's here long enough, because it's already being grabbed, you know, and this request is taking precedence, I'm sure, and all that stuff. So now, okay, here we go. We got a personal battery Mark III. Let's get rid of this one. And we're going to take this one and put it like here. That should grab it from over here and put it in the Spidertron, and yay! It did it! Alright. So we can equip equipment in the grid. Yes, this is good. This is very, very good. So I think with quality, yeah, quality is the upcoming big adventure. So, and Fulgora might actually be the best place to do it, to be honest. I'm thinking it is, because if you think about it, the stuff that I have here on Novice, I mean, I can put 1,000 of these on a rocket. I can put 300 of these on a rocket. I could put 1,000 of those, or even 2,000 of these on a rocket. So I should load up all my quality stuff onto rockets and ship it to Fulgora. Maybe. And then on Fulgora, I can set myself up a quality upcycling factory someplace. Hey, look, it says 40 million now, so we've actually dropped by 1 million, amazingly. But, you know, that just goes to show how long it lasts. Why is this... Isn't that curious? It didn't offload evenly. I can probably fix that. Yeah, I can fix that. Here, let's do that. wait for this train to completely empty and then for this to empty out before enabling the train again. That way it'll be even next time. But yeah, this is a good solution to even it out. Ideally, what we would do is we would put quality modules in all the recyclers, like literally all the recyclers, the good ones. And then we would take all the quality products that it produces, which is going to actually, oh man, that's going to massively increase the amount of different items that are coming down this line. Because if you think it's crazy with 12, guess what happens when you triple that or quadruple it? Then I think what I'll have to do then is probably put a quality filter on. I'll put like a splitter maybe right here or something, and then I would say filter greater than normal, and that goes to the left like that. So yeah, and then I would move that down here. It would be pretty good. I think it'd be fine. I'm going to need more power as well. I don't know. The thing is, here's something worth considering. I've got 16 gigajoules, and even with, like, look at the last 10 minutes. I'm bottoming out every single daytime, and that's because I'm actually building stuff. So if I want to run more, I mean, this is what happens when the ship comes. So you can see here the ship, the Enterprise comes here, and it comes here, and it probably came here, but it's causing, it's demonstrating that we don't actually have a lot of power production. I mean, we're using 200 megawatts, which isn't a lot, really, when you think about it. 200 megawatts. I'm thinking of setting up a nuclear plant here instead of using this whole lightning thing. Because look at how much space this takes up. These are my accumulator farms. And it's just nuts. I mean, even with the lightning rods, I have no power I have no problem getting the power back up quickly when the night arrives, but it's just not enough power. So a nuclear power plant, the thing is, a nuclear power plant would require a fair bit of water, and I can only get my water by melting ice. Now I have a fair bit of ice, but I don't know how well that would supply. It doesn't have to be a huge reactor. Maybe if I could make a smaller version of what I got here on Novice. I don't need 10 reactors. Consumes water 3.5 per second, 3.6 per second. And if I copy, if I say, well, how many exchangers do I have? I've got 144 heat exchangers, each using up, let's just say 3.5 per second water. That's 507 per second water consumed. And if that had to come from ice, well, that's a fair bit of ice, and that's to make 500 megawatts. So these are things worth considering, possibly nuclear power on Fulgura. Otherwise, I'm going to have to just create heaps and heaps and heaps of accumulators and maybe pop them off to the neighboring island, which is possible. All right. Well, that's enough for now. In the next episode, I'm going to try and do some research about quality, figure out what we can use it for. and we'll think about making those modules for all the spiders, and maybe build some more Spidertrons as well, so that we can build a spider army. How about that? So that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.